Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Laura A Music Corner. I am very happy and excited to be back with you guys today. I will be reacting another Ayreon video. And thank you again for everyone who has helped me to understand how this project came about and the man behind Ayreon. And I quite enjoyed that last video. I mean, it did give me the 70s vibe. It reminded me of that movie Heavy Metal. For some reason, I could not remember the name of it at the time when I was recording that reaction. But when I was chatting with you guys, yep, it came out. I was just like, yes, it was heavy metal. Yes, it had a Pink Floyd vibe. Yes. Because it's just like, I guess the man, I'm not good with names, but we're from that same era of, yeah, listening to music of that time. And it's quite fun. It's quite fun. So this reaction was a request that came from Danny Cohen. And he said, in his opinion, the last reaction that I did with Tommy and Simone was not the best start of me going into the Ayreon adventure. So he requested for me to start with the day that the world breaks down, the source. And so I did not see the video. I did not hear the song. I'm not familiar with Ayreon's projects. So it's going to be quite fun to get into something different again. So, yeah, let's do this. Sit down, relax, and let's go into some Ayreon. Alrighty, let's do this.
So deafening as the stillness surrounds us. A rush of fear is surging through our veins. A shadow so darkens our horizon. What have we done? Is this the end? you show faith in my plans. I'm sure the will listen to me now. I'm sure that I'm the only one who can save us from this fight. Yes, I believe you are the answer.
This was really good. This was really good. I'm gonna apologize ahead of time because when you see this video reaction, there's gonna be a part that I did cut out, and it had to do with the commercials. I was just like so stunned. I was like, "What the?" I was just like, "This cannot be happening." So yeah, it had to do with the commercial. There was two commercials in between of this cool music. Anyway, so but the reaction is being done in whole. So there's so much to break down. I really enjoyed this. I felt like I was on a journey, not just because of the story that was being sung, but just the musical journey that reminded me of a lot of musical acts back in the 70s. That obviously he's very influenced. And he did mention ELO and quite a few other artists, which I am a fan of ELO. If you young people don't know who they are, I should suggest you to check out their music. They were really, really good music because they consist of a lot of synthesizer, out of violins and cello, and the mood was there. I did hear it. And to me also, I picked up a lot of not only Iron Maiden sound, but also I picked up a little of Rush. And you know that because my ex-husband used to play a lot of Rush music, and so I did hear like the influential of Rush music. But I'm gonna break it down, and if you're gonna see another cut, it's because of the commercial. So I'm gonna try to skip that over. Alrighty, so there's a lot to take in, and I was so happy to see all these singers. Now I'm not familiar with each and every one of them. You know, I see Tommy and Simone and Floor, but you know, the other singers I'm not familiar with. My son did try to get me into Dream Theater. So I saw the singer from Dream Theater, but I never really gravitated to their music back in the, you know, when I started listening to symphonic metal, because my son is still a Dream Theater and Camelot fan, so I was more gravitating to Camelot than Dream Theater. But it is what it is. So, I'll try to break it down because this is a very long video. So, alrighty. And I'll stop between, and if the commercials come up and you see a cut in between the video reaction, you'll know why.
Is this the end? When death descends.
This part, and a lot of people that are Nightwish fans, did it remind you of one of their songs? A little bit, just a little bit, reminded me The Greatest Show on Earth. It reminded me that slight sound at the beginning with Troy and the flute. Yeah. Right there, it did remind me of definitely ELO between the cello and then the violin, of adding the mood, the darkness of the sound, and then the heavy drums, which, you know, it's a totally different spin, but it's mostly the cello and the violin reminded me, yes, it had a slight ELO sound to the music. and the drums were amazing. In this part, when I started hearing that, not only it reminded me of a bit of ELO, but it also brought me back of Pink Floyd. Because as a kid, when in the 80s, here in New York City, we used to go to the planetarium, and that used to have like these laser light shows, and used to play a lot of Pink Floyd music. And that reminded me at the time that I'm like laying back watching the laser show and getting myself into the adventure of Pink Floyd's music. So it brought me back to that moment in my life. At this part, when you saw me going like this, like New York City, New York City, I saw the t-shirt. Because a lot of you who are watching this and who never seen me before, I'm originally from New York City. I'm born and raised here. So when I saw the t-shirt he's wearing, I was like, yes, that's me. I'm hometown. Sorry. I really was happy. No matter what song Tommy sings, he always puts so much like excitement into the music. And you could see that even though he was not part of the studio production, but when he brings in his piece, whatever part of the world that he's in to record, he makes sure that music is perfect, that him as a vocalist, he makes sure that he portrays the music as it should. And this is why it makes me so excited to see Tommy singing again, because of the fact that I love him in his projects between Seventh Wonder and Camelot. It's just, he's really good, and I enjoy listening to Tommy all the time. Don't claim you didn't see it. Are you prepared to die the day that the world breaks down? I can't believe we're in danger. I can't believe that we let it come this far. Okay, so people give me a breakdown on some of the singers I'm not familiar. Tommy Rogers, in what band he sings in? And I see the beautiful Simone doing her part. She sounds amazing as always, but Tommy is really good. I quite enjoy his sound. He has a very it's almost clean, a very it's like a really high but clean sound, and I quite enjoy his sound of music, like his vocal styles. For the changes, we must prepare for the day that the world breaks down. Don't expect we will survive this. There'll be no way back. The day that the world breaks down. Don't assume it's all a nightmare. We won't stand a chance. The day that the world breaks down. he? From what band he is from? Because again, I'm not really familiar with a lot of music um, performers from Europe. So what band is he from? Because I really like his sound and he looks so animated in this video. So I quite find him entertaining. So if somebody knows the names of, every time I'm going to point out somebody that I'm not familiar, just give me a comment, a breakdown of who are these people from, what bands they're from. Okay? I greatly appreciate it. I really enjoyed the riffs in this piece. I love how he's able to bring in this heavy riff metal sound and then bring in the keyboards, the Hammond. Oh my God. That's why I said it reminded me a bit of Rush music. It definitely had a 70s vibe through that sound of keyboard, which I quite enjoy. You know, it brings me back on those days as a child listening to music in my parents, you know, when we do our weekend getaways and just listening to that style of music, it just brings so much joy in my mind. And so just listening to this, it's almost hitting home right now, and I quite love it. When he mentioned about this sound, when he's trying to replicate Maiden's galloping sound on one of their music, I started like, yeah, it does sound a little bit of Iron Maiden influence there. So I found it very entertaining.
I always knew this would happen. Not many believed in my cause.
Again, another question. Who is he? What band is he from? Because he has a very good, he does play very well as the captain. He has that, like, almost like a sinister sound to him. And it's quite interesting on who is this person and, you know, what music is he from or what band is he from. So I appreciate breakdown, please.
I'm sure they will all turn to me now. I'm sure I am the only one who can save us from this fate. I always knew they would need me. Not many showed faith in my plans. I'm sure they will listen to me now. I'm sure that I'm the only one.
When I started seeing this, now I don't know who he is. This is new. This is totally new. This reminded me of Queen when Freddie Mercury was doing Bohemian Rhapsody. Like adding the different elements of the voices to sound like a choir. It just had that Queen vibe right there of Bohemian Rhapsody. And I thought it was quite interesting how they did this video footage just to replicate the similarities of the music. It's entertaining, I'm telling you. I'm very entertained.
Your future lies in
I like his voice. Who is he? I really like his voice. He has a really good sound. Again, breakdown, please.
Our future lies beyond the stars. We will save them. We will save them. From this
Again, Bohemian Rhapsody. He's good though. He's good. I'm trying to bring in the different sounds as a choir, you know, the different elements of tenor and high tenor. And I think I heard a slight bass before, but yeah, I quite enjoy it. I did pick up the the bass sound. And there he did a really good job of adding some bluesy sound and feel, like to give it a switch up. And and I don't mean like a switch up like, you know, having the metal sound, but just a switch up of adding some other elements of blues, jazz sound, which is really lovely in especially in this music, you know, piece that he put in into this project.
I must have been blind. I mean, it should have been.
Who is he? Comment below. He reminded me a little bit, and I'm not trying to compare like they sound the same, but he reminded me a little bit like Kip Winger, when Kip Winger back in the day had a lot of, you know, hits in the 80s, and he reminded me a little bit of his sound.
Straight out of my mind to rely on the cold machine. The sounds are strong. I know I was wrong. I know they will hate me now.
This part, it reminded me of this song in the 70s. I know I'm gonna mess it up. Jeez. I'm forgetting it. It's a southern rock band. Leonard Skinner. A little bit of Leonard Skinner style music. That's what it reminded me at this piece.
Oh, but I will come clean and destroy this cold machine.
I really like his voice. He does have a really wonderful, clean sound. I really enjoy it.
This is not over. As a race we must survive, and in the end we'll cross this bridge together. We're losing this fight, and yes, we got ourselves to blame. I guess it seems right in the mind of a cold machine. I'll fix every flaw, I'll break every law, I'll tear up the rule book if that's what it takes. You will see, I will crush this cold machine. This is not over. I am sure we'll find a way out of this desperate situation. This is not over, even if it all seems hopeless. For in the end, we'll cross this bridge
I really enjoy the solo that he adds in because it's not like overbearing. It's not like thrashy metal. It's a really good rock sound. A really, laid back, like you're jamming with your friends. Everyone is having a good time. That's the type of sound I'm listening to that I quite miss and enjoy sometimes in a lot of music that back in the day was being played, that people just get together, let's sit down, let's jam it out and have a good time. And I quite enjoyed this piece. I just love this part because it just adds up. Like now you know the song is being switched up again, and then the way it sounds again, synthesizes 80 sound now. It's coming in. And then, of course, bring in Floor, the Valkyrie goddess. Congratulations on her expecting a baby. Um, yeah, she just adds in that really clean, very like, you know, the Floor Jensen sound that she just takes action. She commands the mic, and she never disappoints. So I quite enjoy her piece too. I quite enjoyed it. I really did. I really enjoyed doing this reaction with you guys. I know the video is like a little bit long, but hey, you wanted me an honest reaction and I'm giving it to you. So yeah, thank you again. I'm gonna, I can't remember names too well, but hey, I'm gonna still give you the shout out. Danny Cohen, thank you again for the link. And yeah, It was really, really enjoyable. I enjoy every moment of this reaction. So thank you again, everyone, for if you're sticking around this long on this reaction. Thank you. If you like this reaction, you guys know what to do. And if you are new to the channel, you are very much welcome to subscribe. And thank you again. Give me the information of who are these singers and what bands they perform. Because again, I'm still venturing on new music and learning, other bands and, pretty much opening my horizons on exploring. So thank you again. And I'll catch you guys soon on the next reaction. Bye.